Hey Argos fans, Adam Orrico here from Argos TV, joined once again by Don Landry from Argonauts.ca. Don, we talked about last week that it was a massive game for those Argos to be able to sweep that home-and-home series of the TiCats. Now they go into a place where they haven't really had much success in the past few years. What are you expecting from this game on Saturday in BC?
Well, if you're an Argo fan, you need to hope that the offense has found the range, that it will perform much better in this game than it did in the last game against the BC Lions. I think that's imperative. The last time these two teams met, the Lions won at 18-9 at the Dome. The defense played very well. Both defenses were really terrific on that day, including the Argo defense. They gave up 10 points off turnovers in or around the red zone. One was a touchdown, and they held to a field goal. Gave up really one big play that led to another touchdown, but other than that, they played really well. The offense, on the other hand, struggled badly. Couldn't get a rushing game going. It was Corey Boyd's last game. He only had 8 touches, very few yards. Ricky Ray had 3 interceptions. Should have been 4. Remember, Byron Parker had a pick 6 that was called back by an offside. Ray fumbled once. He had just over 200 yards in passing. There's the real difference then. Argo defense plays well again in this game. The offense needs to step up, and if it does, they'll have a fighting chance.
You mentioned that the Argos could have a fighting chance. Technically speaking, the last time this team beat the BC Lions on the road was in Ottawa in the 2004 Grey Cup. So when's the last time they've actually won a game in BC?
July 9th, 2002, 30-22 was the final. Since then, the Argos have lost 9 straight in Vancouver. They've got company. I mean, Anthony Calvillo, absolutely, and again last weekend, the Montreal Alouettes, they have a miserable time in Vancouver. Oftentimes, teams will complain about, well, that 7 o'clock start in Vancouver means a 10 o'clock start for our body clock. So a bit of a break for the Argos in that it's a 4 p.m. start in Vancouver, so 7 o'clock body clock start for them. But it has been a miserable time for the Toronto Argonauts on the road in Vancouver, particularly 9 straight losses. But as I said, a lot of teams will struggle in Vancouver. And since they reopened the Dome, redesigned it, BC Lions have only lost once. 9 or 10-1, I believe they are, since they reopened the Dome.
Okay, Don, let's move into the Argos offense now. We'll speak a little bit about them. Arguably their best performance of the year last week against the Hamilton Tiger Cats. What did you like the most? And a lot of it had to do with number 44 in the backfield, didn't it?
Yeah, it started and ended there. I mean, he did get a lot of help. We saw on his 3rd touchdown, Spencer Watt and Mike Bradwell, beautiful seal blocks. He got a lot of that kind of help, but his explosiveness was really on display against the Hamilton Ticats, both catching passes out of the backfield. Big idea that we've talked about before. Got to be able to get that from your running back in this offense. But he also just exploded through holes as a running back. He had a wonderful day. The numbers were, what were the numbers again, Adam? I know he had 3 touchdowns, rushing.
I'm going to go 172.
And receiving?
6 for 67. I did not even look that up before this.
Pretty good. That makes you player of the week on the offense in the Canadian Football League. So more of the same, but the BC Lions will have watched that film too. They have a sensational defense. They'll do all they can to stop him. Cackert did have a marvelous day. He was flying through the air. He got a little bumped up. He's been limping around a little bit here. That's football. You're kind of sore, but makes you wonder if we might see Gerald Riggs in the lineup, standing on the sidelines to maybe spell him a little bit this weekend against the Lions.
Okay, Don, you mentioned the struggles of Ricky Ray the last time these two teams met. 3 picks, 1 lost fumble, But since then, it looks like he's starting to hit a groove with this offense, and last week was the most evident. 81% completion percentage, and that was the 5th best all-time in Argos history. What are you looking for from Ricky?
He really spread that ball around last week against the Hamilton Ticats, so that's one reason why the offense was moving better. Protection is a big deal as well. The BC Lions really had their way with Ricky Ray last time they played on August the 6th, and they have a ferocious front 4. Their sacks come from just the rotating linemen up front for the most part. If you look at the numbers, Karan Williams leads the league with 7 sacks. Kareem Smith has 5. Eric Taylor, the former Argo, has 4. Jabbar Westerman has 3. Khalif Mitchell only has 1, but there's a reason for that. He did miss a couple of games due to suspension, but also teams keyed in on him. So guess what? Other guys start getting sacks. Key in on the other guys, or one of them, Khalif Mitchell's going to haunt you as well. Protection, massive, massive question for the Argos against the BC Lions this weekend.
Okay, Argos fans, make sure you tune into TSN, 7 p.m. Eastern, as Don mentions, 4 o'clock in BC, which means 7 o'clock here. Prime time for you to watch your Argos against the BC Lions, the defending Grey Cup champions. And make sure, you guys have been doing a great job, make sure if you're following on Twitter to use the hashtag ArgosLive. We've been trending a few times, even Canada-wide this year. So we want to make sure that that trend continues. For Don Landry, I'm Adam Orrico. You guys enjoy the game on Saturday.